Hi, this is Christine from Dogs for Life, Whole Dog Training and Wellness, and I wanted to take a moment and share with you a quick little recipe that you could do for your dogs. And I did it because I had bought some elderberry because I was going to make myself some elderberry juice, and I do it for the benefits of the elderberry during flu and cold season. So you may not know, but elderberry can actually reduce the length that you either have a cold or even the fact that you catch a cold, because what it does is it kind of creates a slippery cell. So if a virus or a bacteria enters into your body, the elderberry is creating it so that the virus can't stick and replicate and spread throughout the body. So it helps to shed viruses and bacteria out of your body quite quickly. So, and I thought to myself, a lot of us are traveling, and maybe you have family that are bringing dogs in, or you're going to somebody's house who has a dog, or maybe your dog is boarding, or you go to dog parks, or whatever. Your dog is always potentially exposed to viruses and bacterias, and or maybe they're an older or younger dog that lacks immunity and can't fight off viruses. This is a great opportunity to make something healthy utilizing elderberry. And so it's a total of 4 ingredients. And the 4 ingredients is Manuka honey. And Manuka honey has some great antiviral, antibacterial properties to it. So it's a great ingredient to add to what we're doing with the elderberry. And then we have bone broth, great for the immune system. I got some organic elderberry, which are like these little dehydrated, I get freeze-dried organic berries, but they're these little tiny berries, and I'll explain to you what you do with them. And then we have our beef gelatin as a part of our ingredients as well. Beef gelatin, because we're making a gummy bear, is great for that. But with that being said, it also is great for the immune system, as well as joint issues and achy pains in the body. So even if you have a flu or cold, this is going to help with that. So it's a total of 4 ingredients, and I always think to myself, these are great, but how can I make it better? And so that's where the Phyto Superfoods come in. The Phyto Superfoods come in because they are great fruits and vegetables, and they're mostly all organic. And so when we have fruits and vegetables, what that does is it creates a lot of antioxidants in our body. And so, for example, the ingredient in here is we have spirulina, which is a blue-green algae. And the blue-green algae is just full of antioxidants, which is what we want because it protects our cells. Along with that, it's got some organic hemp, flaxseed, kelp, ginger, pumpkin, and it also has organic wheatgrass. And so wheatgrass is a great superfood because it is just loaded with vitamins and minerals, as well as trace minerals. And so, again, really great just to add to what we've already got going on. So it's going to just be really helpful. So what I did is I took the bone broth and the elderberry, and I boiled it on the stove to get it hot, which is what this is. And so I already pre-did that so it wouldn't take up our time on the video here. And so along with that, I am now going to add the Manuka honey, and I am just going to stir that in. I think I need a spoon to do the stirring. Okay, and with that, I am going to add the Super FydoPHoods, of which there are 5 different varieties. This one I am using Phyto, which I like as just an everyday superfood that you can add to your dog's treats, as well as little whole food supplements inside their food as well. So now that that is all mixed up, the next thing I am going to do here is add the gelatin, and you want to add your gelatin very slowly, otherwise it is just going to clump up on you. So I'll use the spatula for that. And so as I'm doing this, and it's actually kind of making a mess, I'm sorry. I should have probably used a bigger bowl here, but I wanted to use a measuring cup so that I could pour it into my molds. And so I got some molds, and they're different sizes. And so because I'm kind of using this more as kind of like a little, you know, immune boosting, anti-cold for my dog, I made them in kind of a smaller mold and a mid-size. And so sorry, I'm almost done here. All right, that is the end of that. Okay, so molds from Amazon. I got little gummy bears, and they actually are gummy bears. And I got little robots and little cows and pigs. So that's what we'll be using. I've got mid-sized dogs, so I kind of like the not a real tiny mold, but something a little bit bigger. If you have small dogs, and or if you want to use these for treats, if you're doing training with your dogs, these are great training treats. So it's got the Manuka honey in it, which will make it sweet. So your dogs will probably really like it. So, all right. Then what you want to do is, after you pour it in your molds, you're going to throw it in the freezer for a little bit. And after it is set, which usually takes about 20 minutes or so, I usually just put it in the refrigerator. And then tomorrow I'll pop it out of the molds and be able to start using them. And so I'll show you what it looks like in a picture. So hope you enjoyed the video, and I'm just going to finish this up and we'll talk to you later.